dome? What's up in your dome? What's up in your dome? Bring that shit in.
Hello and welcome to Digging in the Dome. That's Kevin.
Hello.
I'm Chris.
It's been a while.
And we will
Stained.
rock you. No, wait.
What?
We're now on Roku.
Oh,
That's
we will rock you on Roku.
Yes. So yeah, we are officially part of the Planet X network.
Is that anything like Futurama? The new Futurama?
Yeah, exactly.
Planet X.
It's probably gonna be as successful. No, sorry guys.
I am from Planet Omicron Persei 8.
Yes, I am Lur. That's our fucking new CEO.
Wait, so is Planet X like? Is that like?
It's a channel.
Is it Elon Musk's new like Twitter planet?
I don't think so. No, they're like a
Planet X.
Yeah. So
Oops, I punch my mic.
Yeah. So we're gonna probably do some like like
oh god, yeah.
And,
I'll DX all over this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
They're gonna be like, why do they keep on chopping their crotch? So we're gonna go to Planet X network headquarters, Roku headquarters, and be like, listen, you gotta stop chopping your crotch into the camera. Stop thrusting your penis into the camera.
Speaking of thrusting penis, we'll have a breakdown. We have a breakdown for you later.
We most certainly do. So lots going on, but you said that you have a story that you want to tell me. I would love to hear it.
We between vacations and illnesses and stuff like that, it's been a month,
long time.
Yeah, a month since we recorded something like that. 3 weeks.
It's been a while. We took a bit of a hiatus.
So one night, Colleen and I went to Phoenixville, and we went to this brewery called Root Down.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
And it's a cool spot, particularly if you have a small child.
Is that the one that's
it's the warehouse. It's like it used to be
like when you go where Molly McGuire's, you make like
it's right behind. It's right behind Molly.
I know exactly
McGuire's.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
for all you local Phoenix, the 5 people from Phoenixville that listen to this podcast, they're like, I know that too.
I'm sure there's a lot of people from Phoenixville.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there's people at least Phoenixville adjacent. The
local yokels.
Yes.
So we go there. It was hot as fuck out, right?
Of course, yes.
When we went there, and we're like, let's go inside at least.
What time were you there? Like, was it like
happy hour time?
It's like 5.
Yeah, it's like 5 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. So we're in the back room, which is like it's basically a warehouse with like picnic tables and stuff.
This is a place where all the games are too. Like there's like video games in there.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So you're like all the way in the back.
All the way in the back, right?
Gotcha.
So very kid friendly place. Like the kids can run around back there. Nobody gives a shit. They're not bothering anybody.
Right.
So we grab a table. We're like all the way in the back, and this dad comes in, 2 kids, sits down at the table next to us.
Okay.
So it's like 10 minutes now, right? So Bodie's playing, he's got snacks, we have beers, and they don't do like waitress service back there. So you have to go back to the bar to get
what you need, right?
So this dude's there by himself with 2 kids, right?
So is it like your table's here and his is here, or
we're like, so our table's here. Are
you facing him kind of, or
we're like I'm sitting here at my table.
It was a different picnic table though, right?
Yeah,
there's 2 different picnic tables.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So we're not like right next to each other, but he's at the table next to me.
Got you.
So,
okay.
So I go to Colleen. I'm like, it's like 10 minutes, maybe even 15 when this guy's there with his 2 kids. He doesn't have a beer, right?
Okay.
He can't get up to go get a beer.
Because he's got 2 kids.
And there's no waitress service back there.
This is a Kobayashi Maru, an impossible situation.
So
unless you have a hero.
So I'm like, I'm going to go buy this dude a beer. I'm like, he's got kids. I know the fucking dad life. Like, it fucking sucks. I'm like, he does. I was like, I don't think he knows that you can't get a beer back here, right?
Do you think that he didn't know there was not waitress service back there?
I would assume so. Yeah. So that's what I'm assuming too.
Yeah.
So I go up to him and I said, "Hey,
can I buy you a drink?"
Well, no, I started with tapping my foot next to the table. No. So I started with I was like, "Hey man, I don't know if you know, there's no waiter or waitress service back here." I was like,
with the look of defeat in his eyes.
And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. I was waiting for friends." I'm like, "You've been here for a while." I was like, "Let me grab you beer." I was like, "It's on me. Obviously, I got a kid too. I know how difficult it is." We are
the same, simpatico.
So I go up. I was like, "You like IPAs?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'll grab you one, whatever I'm drinking."
Yeah.
Grab 2 beers, bring one back. I'm like, "Cheers," you know. I was like, whatever.
He probably thought you said "I be gay."
So sit back down.
That's terrible.
And he's like, "Oh, it's really good." And I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks." his friends show up, right? One another friend couple has kid.
Yep.
Whatever. It's fun. So half hour goes by, right? And kids are all running around
So
playing.
they have kids too. These people that brought
the people
their
that
kids?
came in, they have another kid, right? So 3 kids total. And his kids were probably, one was younger than Bodie, one was so like less than a year, probably.
Oh wow. Okay.
I would say a year and a half, a year or 2, and then the other one was probably 3.
Oh, what?
right?
They didn't tell you in months how old the kid was?
Yeah, I was like, I don't care either. I don't care even if he did tell me. I don't care. So don't tell me how old your kids are. I don't care. So, all the kids are running around playing. Everybody's having beers, stuff like that. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "I just wanted to let you know, my wife passed away.
Jesus Christ.
A month and a half ago. This is the first time I've been out since she passed away. My friends like forced me to come out."
Right.
He was there with his 2 kids as a widow for the first time, and I randomly, as like a nice guy gesture, I'm gonna buy him a beer, and his wife had just died. I hugged this dude, like I literally, both of us like tears, like straight, like
my God.
I gave him like the biggest hug. And
man.
Colleen's like off like it behind us, and she doesn't hear everything.
Why is Kevin making out with that man over there?
Why is Kevin caressing that man?
She's like, well, I'm not giving him anything, so I
back
can't
of this
blame
man's
him.
head.
This is coming around the corner.
So he was like, "I just wanted to let you know how much that meant to me." Like, he's like,
That's very sweet.
It was, and then like his friends are like crying, and like
Jesus
it was
Christ.
Yeah, man, it was rough. Like it was crazy, and I was. Moral of the story: just be kind, man.
Be nice to people.
Like you don't know what anybody else is going through. Like I had no idea. I just bought the dude a beer because I knew he couldn't get up and leave.
You were like, because you pictured yourself in that situation. You're like, I wish someone would do that for me.
Yeah, if I was there, I'm like, oh God, I would kill anybody in this place for a beer right now.
Now, I'm going to rewind you back.
Okay.
Okay? Because this is how, like, so if you don't think that karma is a thing, you don't think, like, that's a, that what Kevin is saying, besides the fact being kind is just the right thing to do, and if you're, unless you're a cunt.
It was a simple thing. I was just like, I'm going to get this dude a beer.
That was a sweet thing to do.
Yeah.
So.
Without any idea that
100%
was the situation.
You told me a story a while ago about, and this is like I think it was like last year or something like that. And you were walking Bodie, or maybe it's 2 years ago. You were walking Bodie and with Colleen, and I think it was the Steelers played the Eagles, and you ran into some dudes that were Eagles fans, and they gave you both a beer.
Oh yeah, so that was. Yeah, so it was last. It was last year. It was last football season.
Yep.
And the Eagles kicked the shit out of the fucking Steelers, and we were walking around the neighborhood, sullenly afterwards.
Yes.
And these older dudes were walking to their car, and one of them's carrying like a big cooler, and they were leaving one of the neighbors' houses, and I was like, you got a cold one in there for me to ice my wounds? And he was like, hell yeah,
dude. Damn.
Yeah.
So he just goes to show you, like, because, like, again, now, like, in moments like that, you have to make a decision. So Kevin could have not done anything and not given this guy anything and just been like, I'm not buying this guy a beer. I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't know why the dogs are going crazy. But this is...
I'm just probably because Colleen's son.
Allie? Oh, you know what? I bet you... No.
All right.
This is what I think happened.
All right.
Allie went outside because one of her friends was there.
There you go.
Realizing that I told her, I don't know, 4 or 5 times today, we're recording a podcast. And usually that would mean quiet would be appreciated.
Shut the dogs up.
Shut the fuck up. All right. So anyway, my point was like in that moment, like those guys did not need to be a dick.
Yeah,
they could have been a dick. They could have been like, fuck you Steelers cunt. Right?
Which is what you would have said.
Probably. Look, you would do the same thing to me. You're full of shit. So then, you could run into this guy. You see, like, hey, I'm going to do a solid for this guy.
Yeah,
this is a cycle, man.
It was.
I let some dude. So this is a completely different thing. But today I was in traffic and it was fucking terrible.
Right.
I had to go to I'm going to the office like every day this week because we have like a thing.
And where's your office?
It's in Ambler.
Okay.
So it's like
it's not close.
Skipback Pike, and I go down Skipback Pike, and it takes forever. And there's construction all down Skipback Pike. All down there.
Yeah.
And
it's Pennsylvania. There's construction all the time.
Yeah, they're like, and their fucking Teamsters are like, I'm going to relax next to this fucking crane.
Somehow fashioned a shovel into a recliner.
Exactly. Just like laying in it. His feet are over the fucking, the forklift. So anyway, hold on a second. I'm sorry. What the fuck? God damn it. Shut up. Lewis, I'm gonna fucking throw something at you, you piece of shit.
You're turning into your father. God damn it!
See, it comes out, man. It's a fucking werewolf. Be careful. I'll cut all that out. Some of it, at least. Unless it's really funny, then it's staying in.
Cut it out.
Ugh.
All
Cut
right.
my throat. Anyway, so what I was saying.
Yeah, seriously.
So what I was saying was like he could have been a dick to you. Those guys could have been dicks to you. They weren't.
Yeah.
You weren't dicks to this guy.
Well,
That's
I mean,
the cycle
I know.
of kindness.
I could have just.
I like. So
it wasn't even being a dick or not being a dick. I just could have done nothing, you know. But it was just kind of eating me. I was like, damn, dude. If I was this guy right now, and I was by myself with 2 kids under the age of 3,
right.
I would
Without
want,
even the context of the fact that he
I
just
would
lost his
want
wife.
a beer more than anything in the world. And I had no idea that he had lost his wife.
Of course not.
And it just so happened that he did. And it was...
That's fucking insane.
And Colleen was like crying about it like after the fact.
Yes.
We were driving home. Colleen was like, I can't believe it. And I was like, if you ever die, I'll fucking kill you. Leave me with this kid by myself.
Yeah, it's like Kevin becomes a scientist and finds a way to reanimate a corpse.
Imagine this face, Hanya.
You're like, ah! You bitch!
Imagine this face, Hanya, on the can.
I'll hunt you good. So what I was trying to say is like this is like again comparatively, and I was
in
not
traffic. You're on the way to ambulance.
Yes, and like when I tell you like there's this one light where it's like 25 cars, and then the light goes like this is like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, because there's people making like a left and right. I think it's like either 202 or 363 or what? I think it's 202. And it's bad.
Right.
Anyway, so today I was driving out and this dude, like I could see him like about 5 car lengths up on the left-hand side trying to get out of his driveway. Mm-hmm. And like you could see him like he's like, God damn it, I can't get out of here. Right? So I pull up and we get a green light. And the green light is like for this particular spot is like, holy shit, thank God. It's like a relief valve.
Now. I go. Right.
But I was like,
I'm gonna let this fucking dude
first
out.
of all, I saved his life because he was like about to come out and I was like, no, because there was
somebody's coming the other way. Yeah.
And he couldn't see.
Right.
So I stopped him. And then when the traffic cleared and the green light came, I was like, go right ahead, sir. And again, like it's a simple thing. And I didn't like, he gave me a wave, which is what you do. But there are a lot of people that are assholes that would be oh, fuck you. I would need to get to work.
They would like honk and flip that guy off and like speed off. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes. And those are the kinds of people that we hope get cancer.
Except if they listen to this podcast.
In which case, thank you so much for joining us and the Roku family.
Yeah, exactly. Professor X Nation.
Yes. Bow to the masters. Break it down.
We're all gonna read your minds.
So we So
let's talk about that soul patch you got going on. Right
yeah, it's pretty aggressive, isn't it? I don't know what's going on, man.
Is that part of Balls the Comics shtick?
Well, it's not meant to. Yes, this is my fucking pubes on my face. It's actually it's a little
ball hair.
No, you know what it is? It's a symbol of a vagina that I don't have anymore on my face. So this is in memoriam. It's like a statue of a pussy.
Oh man, the flavor saver, and the flavor is vodka.
Yeah, like this. No, you know what, dude? Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know. It's switch my hair.
What to do with the facial hair?
I know what to do.
Yeah.
Like you grow like your
it's
hair.
just a beard.
Yeah, but the other thing too is
it's
like
aggressive.
He's a fucking hairy motherfucker. Like, so and
you're
like
the moon, man.
Yeah, so he like
except for the top of my head because God is hilarious.
Yeah, well, we're gonna put it everywhere but where you want it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like you are like Homer when he shaves his beard.
Oh yeah,
and
it's also like 5 o'clock shadow
immediately. Yeah. It's like it's growing. Yeah. He's like fucking part werewolf.
Like I completely shaved this off for an interview a week ago. Mm-hmm. A week. This is a week. It's full beard.
Yeah. See, when I grow like a beard like Dave Wanstat's mustache. It's got like patches and like spots where it's thinner and like.
It's only like 3/4 of the side.
Dude,
it's like Hitler's mustache running away.
Yeah. Yo, it is really weird. Or like being sucked into a vortex. It's like getting thinner. Dude, it's really like, I remember like watching whenever it was something that bothered me forever. I don't know if I've ever told you about this, but like Dave Wanstat's mustache has always really gotten to me. It's just looking at it, I'm like, do something about this.
It got to me because he was dog shit as the Pitt football coach after being dog shit as the Miami Dolphins head coach. So his face got to me too, but it was more for his performance reasons than his shitty mustache.
I'm sure his mustache didn't help. Didn't like have a celic to help diffuse it.
Give me the latest update on Balls the Comics.
So it's actually going like, I guess I don't.
You torching that dude for dressing like a fucking 14-year-old was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I did. I did get him. I got him good. Yeah, I like. So it's I feel, and I'm like, and again, like I'm like going back and recording it, which you're supposed to like, you got to do like every single time. I'm definitely doing it. So I'm doing tomorrow to like my first, like, I would say I've gone from Sandlot baseball to, I don't know what's above that. Like,
high school baseball? Like,
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
They're chasing foul balls in the woods again.
No, well, I don't know. We'll see how I do tomorrow. But it's like one of those gigs where it's not like you could just show up and go up. It's someone that you have to talk to the owner of the club. Okay, they have to like approve you.
It's a time slot.
There's a cover for the show.
Right. So the time slot is not a fucking open mic.
Exactly. Right. So it's at the Comedy Cabaret in Doylestown, which is cool. Like I'm going to go up there and in talking with some of the other people that I do comedy with at these other spots, they were like, yeah, it is absolutely the best place you'll go because it's all comedy fans. And I've said this before, when you go to a mic and you're doing comedy, you're usually doing comedy in front of maybe the toughest artist you have, which is other comedians that don't want to laugh at your shit because they're thinking about their shit. Right. And some of them are like, whatever, I'm funnier than that. Right. So not everybody, just for clarity, for the people that watch this and see and listen, but like, what I'm talking about. Cause we've been in those rooms where it's like nothing but comics and it's literally like the vacuum of space. Right. It is dead silent. Like you're like, you say, oh man, this joke killed yesterday at fucking Soul Joel's. And they're like, laugh at that. And you go and then you're like, da 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 da. And then it was like, joke. And you're like, not even,
is this thing on?
Yeah. Like not even like nothing. It's like literally like, it reminds me of, this is a fucking, really specific reference. Desperado, do you remember the movie Desperado?
Oh God.
So I'm not going to tell the reference then because it's not going to make any sense. It's like basically they're playing music. Antonio Banderas in the beginning is playing music with his guitar and he's doing it and everyone's like, yay. It's like a whole like thing, the mariachi band. And then he finishes the song and everyone's dead silent. Right. And fucking, whatever the bad guy's name is, I was going to say El Guapo, but I think that's Three Amigos.
And then Steve Martin starts cock thrusting.
Yes, exactly. And then Chevy Chase hilariously had a lot of water in his. He was like, I think Steve Martin had nothing. Martin Short had like sand, and it just like hit him in his face. And then the dogs continue to bark. Whatever. Shut the fuck up! Anyway, so what I was saying is that there was like they instead of clapping like at the end of a song, which people normally do, especially when they're hooting and hollering during it, the bad guy comes out and just does a single clap. So it was like kind of like that. Like you go and do it in front of the comics, so they're like usually the harshest critics. Right. But so when it's good because, and that's like the thing that I don't think that necessarily people understand about open mics, which is there is a benefit to being able to go into a place where people are not going to give you like easy laughs because they're there to laugh. Right. They are the Simon Cowells, like there's like 20 of them. And they're just like, I'm going to like judge you. I'll laugh if it's funny. So when you win them over, and sometimes like, and for clarity, not all open mics are like nothing but comics, but when like 3/4 of the room are comics, it becomes more difficult because then you only have a smattering of people that, at Soul Joel's, people will wander over drunkenly from the fucking line dance room, which is right across the hall. Like ladies and like lots of booches clomping in and then they're like, yeah, this is hilarious. Like, so that's cool. But most of the time it's like there's more of a mix of comics than audience. And it does toughen you. Cause I've seen people come into those clubs and like early on when I was doing it, like April and May, and they were like going like every couple of weeks, but then they just stopped because I think it got to them. They were like, you know what, I'm going to go up here and not do something that I think is funny, that's not delivering to the crowd. Well, This is where you have to get trained, man. It's boot camp.
I liken it to our band days. Like, so there used to be so many times when we would play shows, particularly if you got slotted in like the last time slot. When you, so like you're like starting at like 11:30 midnight.
Yeah.
And there's nobody left in there, and maybe one of the other bands. You're basically, or you're just playing on a shitty night. You're playing on like a Tuesday or something like that.
Right. There's like 9 people
there's
there.
nobody there, so you're literally playing to the other musicians that are there. And if you get those people to come up to you afterwards and be like, "Yo, that was fucking awesome," you guys are great.
Carries so much weight.
It's kind of like, remember when we first met Ploy? Remember that band Ploy?
Yeah.
When we first met them at Grape Street, and they were like fucking crazy. They were they were 7-string, like guitar, 2 bass players.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So like, and then they played, and then we played, and we were all like, we got to play together.
And I think the next one we did was at that Pier 13 or something like that. It was like
I don't remember the sequence of all of our fucking games.
But it was I believe they played with us when we were at the. It was almost like in a round. It wasn't a stage. We were like in the middle of a big space,
right.
And people were all around us.
Right. I know. I don't remember.
Basement. I remember all that stupid shit.
Right.
But again, 5th grade teacher for like social studies, Mr. Merriweather, maybe I think his name was. What was the guy that called us Jess?
Yeah, Mr. Merriweather.
Mr. Merriweather. Why do I remember him?
Yeah.
Jess? He called everybody Jess.
What are we talking about? We got to move on.
All right. Sorry. We were talking about comedy. So anyway, bottom line is, wrapping that part up, it's going as good as it can go.
Okay.
So we're going in the right direction. That's all.
All right.
So wait, before we go into like stuff. There is because we've been away for a bit.
Yeah.
A very sad occurrence happened. Pee Wee Herman died.
Yes, he did from cancer.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
And I didn't
his name is not Pee Wee Herman.
No, his name
by
is
the way.
Paul Reubens. But Pee Wee Herman was his stage name, and
I can't wait till you kick the bucket and be like, "Oh man, so sad. Balls died."
Yeah,
Balls the clown.
Yours, yeah, long ago. After
Balls the clown passed away.
Yeah, it's Balls is a problematic name, but it's also it's got utility, so I can use it in bits. I could say things like, "Hey, I'm old. I'm great. I'm old and saggy." So I'm like old balls. That's funny. And I got gray showing up in certain areas in my wispy hair.
In your wispy pubes?
Yeah, my wispy pubes. But no, Paul Reubens, and he was in a surprisingly a bunch of movies that he was actually a really good actor.
Yeah, very good actor.
He was in Blow, right? He was the hairdresser, drug dealer in Blow.
Yep.
He was. I know that there was. Obviously, he was Pee-wee in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, of course.
But I'm trying to think. There was another movie that was coming to mind. I wanted to say it was a.
He was on a bunch of TV shows too. Like he was on The Blacklist.
Yep.
Like dramatic stuff. It wasn't always just comedy. He was.
Yeah.
He played. From a comedy perspective, one of my favorites was he played Nick Swartzen's dad on Reno 911.
That's right.
Terry's dad,
so
super rich
fucking
dad.
funny, dude. Again, he had like a lot of what you would call like he was a diverse performer. Now there are
obviously
people
like that whole thing with him getting caught. That was like, that was in the early 90s.
Yeah, unlike a lot of people that have somewhat like called a character that is kind of evergreen, like the name that came to mind or the thought that came to mind was Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Napoleon Dynamite, as much as he has tried so much, he's Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much it. Like that his station in life is that.
Yeah.
And Paul Rubin, aka Pee-wee, was able to get past the largeness of the character because Pee-wee's Big Adventure is an iconic, classic, incredible movie, right?
Yeah, I mean even Pee-wee's Playhouse. Like I watched probably every episode of that show. It was huge. It was monstrously huge.
Yeah.
But he was on like 30 Rock. And if I remember correctly, he was on a couple episodes of Arrested Development.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did so much. I think he might have been on What We Do in the Shadows too.
He was in all kinds of he did spots on TV, like quick ones, like on those TV shows. So again, did you know he was the voice in Flight of the Navigator? Like, do you remember the movie Flight of the Navigator?
Yeah, of course.
He was the voice. So he's, again, not to belabor the point, obviously, it is what it is.
I mean, he was in all the shitty Pee Wee movies.
You know what he was in, dude?
He was in all the shitty Pee Wee movies too, like Big Top Pee Wee.
Yeah, we talked.
He was also in Dunstan Checks In. Do you remember Dunstan
with Jason Alexander? Jason Alexander and a monkey. Oh man! Hey, you know what would be funny? George Costanza with a monkey.
How did that not make it into Stinko de Mayo in the 90s?
What year was that?
96.
Oh, I don't know. I think we did the whole 90s, and we have to go back at some point and do just smaller portions of it because
we'll get to Stinko de Mayo later. We have to move on.
We will move on. So anyway. R.I.P. Pee Wee.
R.I.P. Pee Wee.
R.I.P. Pee Wee.
Paul Reubens.
Rest
in peace, my friend.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right.
Ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm in a mood. All right. So, all right. What should we start with?
What are we doing?
No, we have scenario. We have breakdowns.
Scenario it is.
Yes.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Good news, everyone.
Let's do it.
All right. So this is yours. So go ahead and read it out. I mean, bad news actually, because I don't think either of us won billions of dollars.
Well, no. So good news.
Did you buy a ticket though?
Of course.
All right. Let's make sure.
I've got to. What? I'm not going to take a roll of dice. You know what I mean?
It's like a needle in space.
I've done fucking 8-time Korean baseball parlays during COVID. You know what I mean?
Wait, what was I thinking? Kevin is a degenerate gambler, and I'm like, did you bet on the $1 billion thing? That you have zero chance of winning? He's like, I put thousands of dollars on that thing.
I threw $20 down, of course.
Yeah, so did I. Same thing.
So the Mega Millions jackpot just went off. It went off at $1.55 billion.
Billion.
And you hold in your hand the winning ticket. The winner was from Florida, by the way. So somebody's buying a whole bunch of fucking meth and alligators.
Yeah, meth and iguana traps, apparently.
And a fucking Senor Frogs franchise.
Why is there 9 cheeseburger in paradises out here?
So now that you're an instant billionaire, it's time to start doing weird billionaire things.
Uh-huh.
Which of these 4 things do you want to do? And you have to order them least to most. Okay.
Yes.
Buy your own private island.
Mm-hmm.
Create/purchase a social media platform.
Mm-hmm.
Get a divorce and a shiny new girlfriend. Get plastic surgery.
You're getting warmer.
get plastic surgery / body modifications.
All right, like fucking Kyle putting fucking turning black and
fucking testicle knees. Turn into a dolphin.
Yeah.
His dad turned into a fucking dolphin.
Dude, again, we were saying before the podcast started that Matt and Trey are goddamn geniuses. All right, so here we go. Flip a rope.
Tails.
It's heads.
All right.
So I will go first and I will say the thing that least. And then you go least and we'll just go whittle it down to whatever the winner is. All right. So
your 4
the thing
choices
that I'm absolutely not doing, and it's number 4 for sure, is creating and purchasing a social media platform. Not just because there doesn't need to be one. All right, so we talked about, it's funny because it's been this long. This is very funny. So it has been this podcast gap between when we recorded last, we're this much years old, is Threads existed and doesn't matter anymore.
It's so fucking true.
We started with, we're threading into Threads.
Dude,
hey, Threads.
It lost 80% of its fucking, 80% of people stopped looking at it within 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not only would a brand new one be a horrible investment of my $1 billion,
but it would say create/purchase one.
Well, a purchase one?
I bet you could buy Threads right now.
Oh my God, I get that for it's on Facebook Marketplace right now for $250. It's like an old table. But
do you want to have this half-eaten jar of peanut butter?
I'll probably buy that before the social media.
Oh man!
Besides the fact that we talked about being trying to be a good human, which we always tried to, and at least not to each other, but everywhere else. But but the I don't want to like contribute to the downfall of society, and social media definitely does that. So,
oh God, yes.
I mean, I like, and the horrible part is, it's like to a degree, like when you're this is a terrible analogy, a heroin addict, because like it's like, all right, I know that doing this is bad. It's gonna like make my soul diminish.
Yes,
but I have to do it.
Right.
Like we have no choice. This is going on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I'll probably post it on Threads just to see if the two people that are left there, there could be only one like Highlander.
So I have breaking news.
All right, go ahead.
Michael Lorenzen threw a no-hitter against the Nationals.
Fucking A, right, dude. Yeah. So Michael Lorenzen's a guy that the Phillies picked up. It was funny too because
move closer to your world, my friend. We have breaking news. Come in, breaking in with news. The Phillies threw a no-hitter and won 7-0. You'll hear about it in 3 weeks.
Yeah. No, I'll do it faster than that. I had to get a new computer, by the way. If you didn't know this,
I did notice.
Computer.
Yes.
So my computer,
computing the computers.
Well, this is what happened. So like I had a.
Nobody cares about your fucking computer. Let's rewind back to what you were talking about with the scenario.
That's a very good point. All right. So anyway, I'm not contributing to the downfall of society. I don't think and again, from an investment standpoint, I do think wherever we're going next with this is not going to be what it is right now. Not just like it's like the I don't know if it's just the fact that it's like we're writing things and posting
it's always like morphing and changing a little bit and stuff like that. Yeah. It's hard for us too. We don't do this like we both have professional careers.
Regular people. You guys haven't supported us enough for us to quit this shit. The dumb shit that we have to do during the day. So this is your fault, really.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like we're fucking Mr. Beast and we could just be like drive a train into a hole or fucking live on a fucking raft.
Yeah. My train hasn't been in a hole in a long time. Let me tell you what.
Speaking of which,
no tunnels to be had.
We're going to go with my least choice, and that's buying my own private island. And I'll tell you what.
Okay.
We're beach kids. We grew up at the Jersey Shore, not the fist pump Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
But the South Jersey Shore.
Yes.
So Wildwood, Avalon, Stone Harbor, that area.
Mm-hmm.
So we're used to living on an island. I love it more than anything. Like
okay.
This is
somehow your least.
Mine, yes. So my next like purchase as a individual one is shore house. That's what I want. Yeah. Shore house. So
it seems very inconsistent with this being released.
Whenever Stu and Jan go on their way
to the
and I sell that Pittsburgh house, it's going to turn into a shore house.
Yes.
So
magically.
The reason that I'm not, as a billionaire, going to buy my own private island is because everyone instantaneously is going to think that I'm going there to have a fuck island of weird fucking shit going on. Because every time someone in billionaire status buys a private island, they're going there to do debaucherous, weird fuck things.
Listen, what you're saying is this. Basically what you're saying is, unless you're buying like an island that's super close to and you couldn't afford it, obviously, because it's, you couldn't like get a Bahama island.
Yeah,
right?
I don't want to be like instantly accused of Epstein things.
Yeah, like, because what you're basically saying is, whatever I'm doing, it needs to be done in international waters.
Yeah, exactly.
Where law does not touch me.
I can just buy a beach house. Like, I don't need to be like a completely secluded.
I get that.
Its own fucking continent or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
I understand. No, I totally get it.
I don't need whatever fucking weird shit Elon Musk is doing there with people named Zeep Zorps and fucking no parts of it.
Crashed alien ships and
weird shit goes on at private fuck islands, and I'm not going to own one.
I understand. All right, so you want to do the snake style, where you do the next one, then I do that one, or I go next?
Yeah. So
go ahead. What's your next one?
The next one is get a divorce / a shiny new girlfriend.
Okay.
You know why? Because I don't have to, because I'm not married. So the worst thing I have to pay is child support.
Okay.
And even if that gets trumped up in fucking court to the point of where it's like, oh yeah, I need $20,000 a month in child support. I'm like, really? We were just surviving just fine on fucking $10,000 a month. Now all of a sudden you need 20.
All right.
Yeah. What happened?
But wait. So let's, because this was a whammy for me, because like,
oh yeah,
you didn't have you did that on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a cunt. See? When Remember I said, oh, Kevin's giving beers to strangers, but you fucking sticking it to me in the fucking scenario.
I want this to be your number one.
So
yeah.
So like I get
I'll tell you what.
Well, so wait. So
my real reason why.
Okay, go ahead.
So when's the last time you hung out with somebody who was in their 20s? Mid to early to mid 20s.
Like when you say you hang out, what do you mean? Like, because I like
go out to a bar, spend it
specifically with them
an evening.
Oh no, it's been.
It's horrendous.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking awful. Like 20-ish year olds, and I'm sorry if you're 20-ish and you listen to this podcast, that's great. Thank you so much for listening. But you're very annoying to someone who's in their mid 40s, as I'm sure someone who's in their mid 40s is as annoying to you.
Exactly. Well, I just had this conversation. With Allie. So we're going down to see my parents like next week, and it's a Crab Fest. You're more than welcome to come to Crab Fest. By the way,
yeah,
of course.
I mean, I would, but a little late for the invite, but sorry.
I just completely forgot.
We're going tomorrow. So bye.
No, it's next week. It's next weekend if you want to go. Anyway, so she was like, it's weird going to those family events. I don't like it because I end up having to everyone's criticizing me for going into the other room and just like looking at TikToks.
Right.
But really, we have nothing to talk about.
Right.
And she's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
She's like, so a 16-year-old, and now it's not 20, but a 16-year-old's like, You're getting to the point where you could probably get into the big kid table and have like good conversations.
Right.
She like hangs and like can hold her own and stuff. But eventually she's like, I don't want to hear your fucking dumb shit anymore. I'm out of here. I'm going to go fucking watch bread fall and laugh for for some reason. But like, that's what the kids and 20-year-olds are not that far removed. I mean, you remember what you were like when you were 20-year-old? You were. Oh yeah.
We were fucking getting shit-faced at your fucking house.
Exactly.
Like, you know, and being,
that was our life.
Yeah. It being crazy and annoying. Like,
yes.
But like at the same time, like it was a little different then because we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have the distraction.
Wait, I got to hit pause.
But if you told me like, oh, you could just go out in the other room and watch fucking TV or movies,
you'd be out
rather than hanging out and talking to these fucking old people. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because again, I guess our medium was just a lot. It wasn't as easy. So
it wasn't as easy to consume.
Exactly, because I didn't have it in my hand. I could just go somewhere and that's fair.
Right. But if you hand me a fucking Game Boy and you were like,
oh my God.
It's like, bye.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. Like I have to sit there with a bunch of my parents' friends. And but what I'm saying in general is that if I had a 20-some-year-old, like hot model, like Instagram model girlfriend, right? That I had to talk to every day and try to to have me go to the club or go shopping or do TikToks or do any of that shit. Like, I would blow my fucking brains out.
She'd be like, oh, Kevin, I want you to come onto my Discord server. You'd be like, what?
I'd be like, I have billions of dollars. I don't have to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. It's not appealing to me because that's the go-to for these dudes, like these fucking billionaires. Right. Well, is that they get divorced and they go super young girl, like
100%.
Yeah, like Dane Cook. Dane Cook was married like a 22-year-old, and he was like 50.
Yeah,
it's like fuck that, dude. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that shit.
Yeah,
man.
you have to. So like, she's
not making you.
She's old. She's wise for her age. She's not
isn't.
Making you dinner. You know what it is? You know, this is what happened. You're like, oh my God, it's like a new car. Someone just drove a new. You can have this brand new car.
Yeah,
it's got new car smell. Everything's tight. If you know what I'm saying. It's not as annoying for the first few minutes, but then you're like, man, the new car's got stuff that I don't really understand, like TikTok and Discord. I don't want this shit. Give me my fucking Subaru Outback.
You know, it's like you get in a the first time you get in a Tesla.
Yes.
Have you been in a Tesla?
Yes, I have.
It's fucking weird, man.
It's like being in a spaceship on the ground.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
You're like, okay, it's like, hello, Kevin. You're like, can you please start so I can drive?
You're quite good at turning me on. It's like, I'm like, touch the iPad.
It's like,
go.
The guy at the car dealership's like, I don't think we can sell this guy. I don't think legally we can sell this car to this guy. He can't even turn it on.
All right, so what's your next pick?
Mine is the same thing.
Okay.
Now, mine is entirely for...
You definitely switched since I told you that I said
No. I really did not. I swear to you. So the reason is because, like, number one, Like, look, I've been married almost 20 years. So, like, you have...
That's going to be a hefty alimony fucking payment.
But it's, like, just like in a relationship, you have like your ups and downs and stuff like that. And like, you get older and like your relationship evolves. And the thought of bringing a brand new person, like I've already, look, and I'm not saying there's not a lot of it, but I already know all of Colleen's crazy. I could probably fill 7 libraries full of it, right? But I know all the volumes. I know everything that's in there.
Yeah.
I've had enough experience that I could,
You've had your Encyclopedia Britannica subscription for quite a while.
But I also remember many times when I was younger, when I had not met Colleen yet, the kind of crazy that I discovered with people that I thought weren't crazy and were hot. And they ended up being extremely crazy. Like the girl that smoked weed and fucking crawled underneath our table and ate in South Philly, and then
with no pants on,
and then no pants, and then she came into my bedroom, and while I was like passed out, started like fucking me with no condom on, which was not cool because I was definitely wearing a condom with her. I was like, the prerequisite for us being together, you're a little bit older and from New York and seemed like if you're fucking me, that means that you fucked a whole lot of other people too, probably.
That girl was nuts.
She was bananas. She was fucking,
yeah.
She was a demon in the sack.
It's body like something else, but she was lunatic crazy.
Crazy. So anyway, bottom line was this, is that number one, no for that. I'm not like, because I'm going to go right for what? So I can, all right, I'm going to have like, I'm going to have sex with a younger girl. Great. But then there's all the other time in between sex, which is most of the time that you have to be like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I don't know you're crazy. So that's number one. But the other part too, and this is like the for me, like I would never do that to the kids. I would never hurt the kids like that. They'd be like, oh, wait, I want to talk to this girl who's like basically 4 years older than me. I'm going to call her mom. You can go fuck yourself, Dad. Her name is going to be fucking Alana, and that's it. All right. So my turn now.
Yep. So you're drilling down.
So my next one, get plastic surgery or body modifications. Now, this made it up to right behind my winner, which we'll talk about in a minute, which is, and the reason being is because, and this is the only reason, they have figured out how to make people taller by breaking their legs and doing some stuff. So, and that surgery, like that like concept just came out like, I don't know, like 8 months ago.
Right.
So I know it's new, but if I'm a billionaire, I'm going to get the best 8-month-old invention possible, or, test it on homeless people to make sure it works first. And figure out like, hey, all right, so, I'm not going to have like Kyle legs where they're going to
they explode out of your knees. Right.
So if I could get a little bit taller and not like, I'm not going to get fucking like look like powdered toast man where it's like fucking
square face, fucking
like weird dimple in the chin thing, and I ain't doing that.
So that means you're going with buy my own private island.
So, but tell me why what your next one is, and then we'll do the.
Okay, so my the one I'm not doing is get plastic surgery body modifications.
Yep. Okay.
Because not necessarily for the same reason, more because I mean, look at like the fucking billionaire submarine guy. It's just like, it's rich white dudes looking for new ways to die. Yeah. And it's just like, what? How bored are you with your money that you need to go?
Hey, you want to roll the dice anesthesia?
Exactly.
Let's do it.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
like to get what? You know what I mean? Like to get hair plugs, to get like, what do I got to improve? What do I need? A fucking 10-inch dick? Yeah. Like to impress my fucking 21-year-old fucking TikTok girlfriend?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so big.
It's like, there's no need for it. It's just, that is one of the biggest like things that I don't understand with super duper rich people. It's like, let's find new ways to die. It's like, I'm going to learn how to fly a helicopter.
Yeah. Well, all right. So how about this? So, and this is like, there you go. Yeah. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Zombie Bryant.
Zombie Kobe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So rest in peace. Black Mamba.
Yeah. So like, I don't, no, thank you.
I totally get it. And you're right. I think that one thing leads to another. So if I'm doing the plastic surgery and body modifications, I'm doing it for the express purpose of getting younger pussy.
Right.
Like most of the time. Or just to feel better about myself.
Yeah.
So if you think about
you're trying to reverse the aging process. Most people that get that shit, they're trying to reverse the aging process. And then they look like a fucking, they have squid face.
Yeah, it's like, you're like, you look terrible.
Yes,
the only person that actually, I would say, pulled it off is most of the way is Joan Rivers. Like, she looked pretty good pretty much her whole life, right? I think that probably partly because she was a pretty lady when she was younger. But to the point, like, plastic surgery and body modifications are not, they're there for a reason. And these guys, when they get the money, it's usually because these guys are typically, I don't want to say nerds, but like, you know what I mean? Like, Elon Musk was like, he's a genius, right? Mark Zuckerberg, had this idea for Facebook,
technically both of them have been accused of stealing those ideas.
So they're great thieves. Yeah. Master thieves. But bottom line is that, like, they build it to what it is, and whatever happened in the very beginning happened. But they were not, when they were in high school, when they were in college even, they were not getting the kind of pussy they can get with $1 billion and plastic surgery.
The question is that if I presented to you, if right now it was like, okay, you have, almost $1 billion after taxes.
Okay.
So I'm going to break your fucking jaw. I'm going to cut you open from here to here, and I'm going to chisel your jawline down to square things off. You cool with that? Oh, I'm also going to charge you like $150,000 for that too. Sound good?
Yeah.
No, it's terrifying.
Will it make me look cool in front of this girl, this TikTok influencer? Yes, it sure will. Come on in. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like the car dealership when Amy was like, "Should I be paying more?" And they go in there like,
yeah, exactly.
They jump up and down. They're very excited.
All right, so why are you buying your own private island?
Okay, because I want to get away from everybody. Fuck everybody. Yeah. Like, it was. This is probably almost like a passion pick, because I don't know that I necessarily would do that. If you talk to me in a week, I might change my pick. But right now, and I don't know what it is. It's not like. This seems really counterintuitive, and I don't really know how to explain it, but going on stage and talking to people, being on this podcast and talking to people, talking to you, talking to you is easy because I've known you forever, you're my best friend, but like, that's, regardless, is fine, and I love it. But when I get into large groups of people, like, I'm like, because there's going to be probably 60 to 70% of those people that I'm going to be like, I don't want to talk to you. And you're going to want to talk to me, and it's going to make me definitely not want to talk to you even more.
Especially if they know that you're super rich, because they're going to be coming up to you with like all kinds of harebrained schemes that they want you to invest in.
Invest in my, yes. Yeah, that's exactly right. So it's like, listen, I don't mean to put, it's like a timeshare.
It's enough of it for your dick.
It's like, what? It's like, you know how like they, on timeshares, like, remember, I guess there was a South Park episode of it too, speaking of South Park, but it's a pretty common thing. They're like, hey, go on this vacation. You just need to see a 15-minute presentation on timeshare, right? So it's like, that's your entire life. You're constantly getting a timeshare presentation by everybody that you thought were friends with.
You're walking fucking Shark Tank.
That's it. They're like, oh man, but you have like $1 billion. So, my pickle cannon, you're like, what's that for? Like, what's it not for?
Who doesn't want a pickle shot him?
Right. So, but the bottom line is that, like, going to my own private island, it means that I understand your point. Like, the optics
Epstein Island
are not great.
No, optics are not good.
Right. But I control who goes in and out of there.
Right.
We all have flight records like the Epsteins did, and that was not great for them. But it's going to be okay for me, because I can pick and choose who I want in there, and it's going to be a 21 and older island, except for my kids. And I'm definitely not doing anything with them, so we're good to go. So I think I can protect myself from the schmear campaign.
The schmear. So I'm creating and purchasing a social media platform.
Tell me what.
And because I'm not going to let anyone on it. It's going to be it's going to be the most exclusive social media platform of all time. And the only way you're allowed to get on it is if you're verified. And verification is not something you can purchase. Verification requires information.
Like your
Social security number,
birth
driver's license
certificate,
number, birth,
yeah.
and all that shit.
Yep.
You have to own your fucking shit. Own it. Literally own it.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking post your bullshit on there. Like, you can't fucking take it back.
Yeah, no eggs. Egg profiles are not allowed.
You are in it.
So wait. So this is a related. So he changed the company to X. It's officially X now.
Right. Yes. But it's like Twitter by X or some
I think
weird
it's just,
shit.
I think
Or
it's
is it
just,
just X?
no, because you know what? When you go to, if you like something and you want to retweet it, it's no retweet, it's repost.
Oh, okay.
They got rid of tweet. So I think the whole Twitter name and all that shit, which again, I don't want to criticize a billionaire, but I'm going to. Why? Like you just because you like X, that's really what you're basically saying.
Well,
I like the X logo and I like
the reason was because in the 90s he purchased X.com.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically tying in to that because he already owns the X.com.
That's fair. I didn't know that.
Like, yeah, so he
But
already
anyway,
owns it.
Point being is like I want to know if when what used to be if the egg profile doesn't make any sense anymore because there's no tweeting. It's a bird. So what is it now?
It's
an O?
X.
Or like yes.
Platform X that we're on now.
Hi,
welcome.
Hi, hello.
Planet X.
Planet X. So anyway,
but yeah, so
it makes sense. So how and so you would is the only prerequisite is that you have to be able to be fully verified.
Yeah, you have to be able to be the person
that said it.
That you say you are.
Staple wine words.
You can't fucking everybody is verified.
Yeah.
You know why? It's the line from The Incredibles. Because when everybody is special, nobody is
special, right?
Yeah. So that would be the whole point of it.
Well, it's funny because I think that a lot
of get annoyed and I would shut that shit down.
Right. You'd be like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
I have billions of dollars. I'm gonna go buy a basketball team or a baseball team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the Pirates.
Yeah. Well, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Three River Stadium's lovely.
Three Rivers, that hasn't existed since the fucking 90s.
What is it now?
It's fucking PNC Park. It's
PNC.
It's the new
right. Well, I just meant the Three Rivers in general.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've been yapping for about an hour, so we should probably take a break
and then
we'll be back
to the
shenanigans.
The
shenanigans?
Something.
Shenanigans?
Something.
Oh no! Wait, I know what it is. It's the X. We'll be right back. Do you like beer? Of course you do, but not any beer will do. Absolutely not. The Dome Pieces are people of discerning taste that require a delicious craft beer to celebrate the joys of life or wash away the workday. Well, Slack Tide Brewing has just the tasty cold adult beverage you desire. Slack Tide Brewing was founded in 2015 by Jason and Ted Campbell, two brothers raised in Cape May County, New Jersey, where your delightful hosts also happen to be from. And their philosophy is simple. Create a diverse, high-quality line of beers made with all-natural ingredients, sourced locally whenever possible. And to make Slack Tide Brewing a destination in Cape May County where locals feel at home and visitors look forward to returning. Their beers have won multiple awards from the New York International Beer Competition, Philadelphia Brewvitational, GIBC MSC, and the Great American Beer Festival, just to name a few. Not only are their beers available in bars, restaurants, and distributors all across the great state of New Jersey, their beers are now available in the state of Pennsylvania. If you don't see it at your local watering hole, grocery store, or beer distributor, you need to spread the word and tell them that they need to ride the tide. Slack Tide Brewing is currently located at 1072 Route 83 in Claremont, New Jersey, but will soon be breaking ground on a new 9,000 square foot facility on Route 9 in Swainton, New Jersey. Check out their website, slacktide.brewingco, that's co.com, and their Facebook and Instagram pages, Slack Tide Beer, for merchandise, current availability, and upcoming releases. And please, make sure to tell them that Digging in the Dome sent you. Slack Tide Brewing. Ride the tide. Must be 21 or older to drink. Please drink responsibly.
We're not back.
Okay.
Now we're back.
We tried 3 times to be back. We're back. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. Okay. So now we get to do, we're going to do a double feature breakdown here. One that we had promised from the previous podcast. Yes.
So we mentioned on the last podcast about traffic and how much it sucks.
Yes.
And
wait. The context was I was talking about James Corden.
yes.
Because we were talking about the people in our head for a scenario who would represent.
Yes. And you had said how you did not want James Corden to be any part of any of your emotions.
Yes, because not for any reason outside of, for whatever reason, I just don't like
Right.
her.
So
Then you mentioned.
I mentioned that this particular little clip from a year ago where they were promoting, I believe it was Cats.
But he's not in a cat outfit though, right?
I know, but he's in a mouse outfit. Cat.
We got to figure out. Wait, how are you gonna say? Figure out.
It was a flash mob for some movie that they were promoting.
Right. I wish it was a flash fire and they all burned to death.
James Corden, mouse. What movie? Yeah, it was Cats.
It was Cats?
It was to promote. Oh, maybe. I was just going to promote.
To promote.
It doesn't say.
Dude, this suspense is killing me.
So it was the live action version of Cinderella.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
So
anyway.
they stopped traffic in the middle of Los Angeles.
And we've established.
To flash mob. This is the entire cast of this fucking shit heat production.
Right.
So you're in traffic, right?
Yeah. So
you've had the worst day at work.
Yes.
Right? Maybe you got reprimanded. Maybe you had a project go sour. Maybe you lost out on a deal.
Something happened and you're not happy.
You're stuck in dog shit LA traffic and all of a sudden this wanders upon you.
What would be even funnier is imagine that you're in perpetually horrible Los Angeles traffic. And then all of a sudden it opens up for like 350 feet. And then all of a sudden the flash mob rolls out. And you're like, God damn it. I had my window to get through.
Just imagine this happening in Philly. Like,
oh no, because there'd be dead.
They would just run him over.
Dead Brits.
Anyway, let's just show you what's going on.
Let's here. So this is what we're watching. Here we go. All right. So what we have right now is.
All right. So pause it.
Okay. So we've got.
Now you saw James Corden in a mouse suit fade off to the left.
So we have a dude or a girl in a red vest and a yellow.
The old pants looks like.
Wait, so this is Cinderella.
Yeah, so it looks like mixing. Is this from Aladdin? Like mixing Disney movies?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not quite. Basically, puffy pants and red vest.
So let's see.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the cast of Cinderella.
Camila Cabello, Billy Porter, and Idina Menzel are the other three people that are in this video.
All right, so the dude, there's a dude.
So I can believe that's Billy Porter.
All right, so the guy in the purple, that's Billy Porter, right?
I believe so.
And I'm assuming
that is Billy Porter.
That is Prince Charming. Right?
Assuming, yes, because I've not seen the live action version of Cinderella, will I never?
Never. That's not for you.
It is not in the fucking cards for me. As much as I like Disney movies, I ain't watching that shit.
I should make you do that instead of the chip.
I mean, I'd rather have the fucking chip, to be completely honest.
You're like, you thought about it. You're like, well.
So you got these incredibly famous fucking assholes that have decided to flash mob traffic to promote this dog shit Disney movie.
Right.
By the way, most of the live action Disney movies suck balls.
They're terrible.
In case you happen to have checked out any of them, Aladdin was terrible.
Yes.
Lion King.
Oh, that was the one with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock because he was Jafar or something like that. Was that? Am I mixing things up?
You're in a Jafar pants. All right, let's continue on.
Jafar pants is funny.
All right, so okay.
All right, there's Corden.
So for a second, you thought Camila Cabello was going to roll up on your window, right?
Which is like sweet.
All right, all right. And then you see this.
So now you have James Corden
in a rat suit,
fat mouse, just fucking sitting there pointing.
So how are you not laying on your horn right now?
I'd be like, get the fuck. Well, probably because still within the vicinity is Camila Cabella. It's like right there. She's like, if I'm a dick in front of...
I don't care if it was an entire Cabella's fucking store. Get out of my fucking way. Get out of here. Like, I'm trying to turn left. I just want to go left.
Listen, I cannot. Get me the fuck out of here right goddamn now. All right, so let's continue to go here.
All right, and there you go. Bam. Oh, I answered with the 3-piece.
So wait.
3 in your face.
So
with his fucking, like... He's got like a fucking vagina going on.
So do you know what this makes me appreciate? Besides gun owners,
what's that?
Production teams. Because so James Corden does or did. I think he doesn't do it anymore. Carpool karaoke. That was what he's like.
That was his
maybe
big famous,
the most famous
for sure.
And now he's singing,
also yelling at waitresses.
Yep, that too. I hope that had better tone than the singing that he just did because so he was singing and it was fucking awful.
Oh yeah.
And he capped off his singing with,
and he can actually sing.
He can. He was not doing a good job there. No. And then he was dick thrusting his mouse dick at this person's window.
Yeah.
So now you're doubly disappointed.
Yes.
Camila Cabello did not come to my window and James Corden is now fucking my window.
I would love this to happen in like fucking Kensington or something like that.
Oh,
where you just fucking or like East LA, like anywhere in downtown Los Angeles, not in fucking wherever they decided to do this.
Yeah, this is in front of like a studio somewhere. I guarantee you.
Somebody just reaches through that window and gets a hold of that fucking suit.
Oh,
it's like,
he's like, no.
You've made a poor decision, my friend.
Carpool karaoke. Yeah, he's like, you a dead motherfucker now.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep going here with his dick thrusting. Dude, this picture is fantastic. Yay!
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Ain't nobody gotta tell you what you gotta do. I would be like,
all right. You know what this is? This is a Eagles tailgate with costumes. This is the kind of behavior a drunk dude thrusting his penis into your window.
Again, how are you not immediately running these people over and or playing on your horn the entire time?
The fuck out.
This is, and I don't understand.
My way.
Like, do you know how many people have guns?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, how is like? You'd be like,
yeah, it could be you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Loud. Oh, I'm about to get loud. I'm gonna make this fucking steel. All
right. Unbelievable. So that's the end of that chapter.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, wait. Is that the end of it? Oh,
yeah, that's it. That's all that happens.
I don't know, man.
Like, the guy's just trying to turn left. His turn signal was on.
He's like, God damn it.
Get to whatever is distracting you because you keep looking up other shit.
No, I was looking at the Cinderella stuff. So I was trying to. Oh, good Lord. I was seeing the trailer for it.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It's fucking holy shit balls.
I have not watched it.
Well,
I mean, it's bad because they're not using. It wasn't like the Disney version. It was the Amazon version,
right?
Which means they were using. What do they call it when it's like fair.
Oh no!
When something becomes
public domain.
Public domain. So they use the public domain to be able to make Cinderella because Cinderella is over 70 years old or something like that.
There may be people that don't know what that is. So public domain. So there is a period of time where, and this is probably makes Hollywood furious. They're like, God damn you.
Right.
We want to be able to get money out of this in perpetuity forever. And if anyone tries to take it, we want to sue the fuck out of them. But that's not the way that the world works. They've got this public domain rule where after a period of time, and I'm not exactly sure.
I think it's like
years,
65 or 70 years, something like that.
It's a long time, long enough where you will have squeezed, dude.
Squeeze every penny.
65 Fast and the Furious movies is enough. At some point, you got to fucking say it's public domain. So then anybody can use it. So they just did Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. Exactly. They made a Winnie the Pooh horror movie, which looks horrible and got, I think, maybe 14% on Rotten. It's called Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Boo. Blood and Honey. It's called. So that's what happened. So they obviously got the rights to be able to do it, and so we saw a person that wouldn't shut up and was fucking a window, and now we're gonna watch a person that is deciding what to do with your body, completely fucking
lose control of this.
Yeah. So let's see.
So for context,
Yes.
Recently, there was a. We're talking about politicians here.
Yes.
And you may have seen this where Mitch McConnell completely spaces out to the entire known universe. But recently there was a politician
another
who,
one.
had a fall and was hospitalized. She is a 90-year-old senator, Dianne Feinstein from the state of California, Democrat. She is the oldest member of Congress. She's fucking 90. She gets to decide. She gets to make policies. So
I think we should have a rule in America. This is my proposal. I think it's fair.
Oh, I've already made this rule, but make it again for me, please.
If you fall down on flat ground multiple times a day, and
this is including our acting president.
This is including, yes, 100%. And you sniff children's hair, you are not allowed to be. If you do weird shit like that, which if you said, have you ever seen, like, take the president out of it? Have you ever seen an 80-year-old?
If you can't keep the skin on your face, like,
well, I told you, she looks like fucking Supreme Leader Snoke from the Star Wars. Her face is all like this. Like, you can't have abortions.
No, you. Did you see what Louis C.K. posted about her?
What's that?
He posted on X. It was just a picture of her, and she was all like in like a wheelchair, and she was all like all jacked up, and it just said Timmy. Timmy. Timmy.
And looked like Timmy. All right, so here we go. So now he's doing.
We're going enough about Dianne Feinstein, whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah, this is.
She shouldn't be an acting member of anything.
Yes. All right. So wait. I actually. So oddly enough, a Liberty Mutual
ad came on,
and I believe it was. We said it was a couple of weeks ago, but now maybe a month and a half ago, we were like, Liberty. And they were like, oh, they don't advertise with us. Actually, when you go to our channel and watch an episode, there's been a lot of Liberty. So I'd like to take this time to apologize to the folks at Liberty Mutual. You actually do advertise on our channel.
Especially
we
the
just
emu.
Didn't know.
Sorry, Limu, Emu.
And
Doug.
Oh, and Plan X. All right, here we go.
Apologies to Limu Emo.
Sorry. All right, all right.
After finishing the NDA.
All right, so first of all, I was like, if I was
it's
a
like the
reporter,
Crypt Keeper.
So you don't want to have babies, do you?
So this is insane to me that this is real. Like, it feels like you're being punked.
Yeah. Wait. Let's listen to his voice some more, because he was just like
intro.
He was like this.
It's like his soul is escaping his body because he's dying.
Yeah. That actually, when his mouth is open, it looks like when I can't remember the name of the ninja in Big Trouble in Little China, when he sees that Lopan is dead because spoiler alert, that Jack Burton had killed him with a dagger. He goes like this. He's like.
That's kind of how he sounds.
Yeah.
Too.
All right. So
rewind
it.
Yeah, we'll go back to the beginning. Here we go. And go.
After finishing the NDA. This week, been good bipartisan cooperation.
Can we just take a second to realize that his upper lip isn't moving at all?
No.
It's just his bottom lip going this. It's like.
It's literally, look at the guy behind him. Is like hand is his head. He's like it's a dead man puppet. It's like somebody has their hand up his ass, and he's like.
You see the guy in the background being like, for fuck's sake. He's like, goddamn, this fucking paralyzed lipped asshole is fucking mumbling again. All right.
And a string of.
Oh, okay. He said, and a string of.
And then he died.
And literally, if you didn't see people moving around him in the background, you'd be like, hey, could you unpause this? Because he's just like this. He's like this. He's like this.
It's just like his last breath escaped his body.
Yeah.
And he's just literally a standing.
If you look at his
corpse.
face right now, it looks like he looked across the room and saw his wife like fucking some dude. Like he got frozen like William H. Macy in Boogie
It looks
Nights.
like it should have the music from the end of whatchamacallit, not Seinfeld. What was the one that was on HBO?
Oh, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so he is now in full fucking pause.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that happened about 2 seconds ago. Let's see how long it lasts. Wait. The other thing that's he's not blinking either.
No.
I'm not sure if you noticed. I'm going to go back to where he starts to fucking fade out. 13 seconds in here.
All
Here
right,
we go.
13 seconds.
You tell me when he blinks.
I'm trying not to blink so I can see when he blinks. He
We're
hasn't
having a
blinked
staring
yet.
contest with Mitch McConnell.
It hurts.
All right, dude. So
He says blinked.
he's like this. He's like,
I hate his like turkey neck chin
Dude.
thing going. Why are our politicians so on? Why do we continue to do this? These are people that are making decades long impact decisions.
I'm not saying
for
that,
our
like,
entire country.
I'm not suggesting that we need to hire the billionaire's girlfriend that's like 26. Like, oh my God, let's watch fucking, Love Island.
I'll tell you
no.
what, 100 out of 100 times, I'll take any one of the Kardashians over that.
Oh my God. Like dude, he sat there for 10 seconds. He's not blinked. His fucking paralyzed lips not moved. He's got a permanent scowl. He looks like a god. You know what he looks like? You know those dudes that paint themselves silver in like a park and they're pretending they're a statue and then you put money in their bucket and then they're like,
He looks like he saw a black person cut across his yard.
yes, that's the face.
That's what he looks like right now.
Exactly.
In case, for context,
A little.
there's a picture of Mitch McConnell like holding a fucking Confederate flag from back in the day.
Yeah,
so.
he's not.
Yeah, he's probably not.
And I'm not saying like
friendly to the neighborhood
and
minorities.
as you see his face, I think that we could all agree.
Yeah.
Probably not. All right, so let's keep going and see how. So he's now 10 seconds deep into not blinking, not moving.
It started at 13 seconds.
Oh, so we're
it's
11
at 20.
seconds in.
We're at 24 seconds.
seconds
It
right
started
now.
at 13 seconds. So yeah, 10 seconds.
All right, so let's see how much longer. It still hasn't blinked.
Nope.
Still hasn't blinked.
This guy's like, hey, Chief.
Yo,
Did you see the hand come in from the side?
He's like, somewhere in an earpiece, someone's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Get him out of there.
The woman, his wife, whoever it is off to the side, like an arm came in to like.
Yeah, be like, hey, yo, dude, are you all right? So this is also.
Wakey, eggs and bakey.
Yeah, by the way, that's also so now we are at 31 seconds in, and we started at 13. That's 18 seconds. This is also the same lack of blinking and lack of movement you would have made.
So it's dead silence. No one's saying anything. All you hear is camera shutters.
Right. So this would be the same if he loudly shit his pants.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh no.
like Rod Stewart in fucking South Park.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like
someone-
poo pants.
Yeah, someone's
like, what?
Someone's dumping.
Jesus is like, did you say poo pants?
Did you say poop pants? He's like,
Poop pants.
poop pants.
Did you say you pooped your pants?
Dude, it is literally one of my favorite. Jesus asking an ancient Rod Stewart if he shit his pants. But you would you would look like like if that happened, you'd be like, oh God, I'm frozen. I can't do anything because I just shit my pants. If I move, shit is going to tumble out of the back
And
of me.
everybody's going to see it.
Yeah, it's going to sound like potato salad dropping out of a bag.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. Does anyone know where to get some good potato salad? Off last time?
So this is guy in the background on the right. He's looking over like, what?
He's like, what
the
in the
fuck
fuck is that? This guy's coming in with the red tie guy is coming in with concern.
yeah.
And all right, so now 32 seconds in.
Yep.
All right, so now he's like, he's like, hey, Mitch.
You want to go back to it?
Anything else you want to say, or do you want to go to the hospital immediately?
Did you just?
He's like. By the way,
It's like it's almost like he completely forgot where he was. He's probably like, what just happened?
Yeah.
He definitely had a stroke.
he's like, are you my son? It's like,
Exactly.
no, I'm not. So wait, the postscript of this is going to be fun to me. Like what we don't see, because look, this dude, look at his face. The guy in the back over his shoulder. He's like, there's rage coming at him because he knows these guys are all Republicans. So they're like, and they're all Mitch McConnell guys. They're like, this dude literally just fucking had a stroke.
Oh, they're just thinking about the clone that they have to fucking create.
Exactly. Oh, the Mar Hamlin fucking machine.
the
Hamlinator.
Do
Do you want to say anything else? He's like this. Poop my pants. Dude, so he looks like George Washington there. Actually, he looks like George Washington's
He's
wife.
the same age as George Washington right now.
All right, so
200 and some odd.
So they're getting him out of there.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Oh, he's like, oh no, it's this way, buddy. This way. He's like, and he's like this. He's like, like they can't move him. Look, listen. Like I said, Mitch. He's like, Mitch.
Why don't you cover for him?
This is we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of the IRA.
What?
That wasn't at all what he was talking about.
I was like, so let's talk about anything else but what just happened right there. He might as well have just gotten up there and started jungling flaming chainsaws. Do something to get your attention off this.
Does anybody else have any questions? Everybody's like,
He's like, it'd be funny if he came out. He's
what
like,
the fuck just happened?
He's like,
30 seconds.
He's like, I'm just gonna take my pants down, the helicopter my dick in front of the camera to make me the focal point of this. I'm taking one for the team.
Oh man!
And of course,
all right. So
Democrat Democrat or Republican, there is no reason for us to have individuals who are in their fucking 80s and 90s that like are literally falling down and having strokes, and these are the leaders of the free world, our policymakers.
I can deal with.
How old is this?
I can deal with he's 80. He's like 80 something. I could deal with a politician if they were like, let's say that they were 60 years old and they just had a health thing that happened to them.
Right.
That's unexpected, right? Like that's like to a degree, like certain people, obviously that pass away too young.
He was born in 1942 in Alabama.
All right. So,
yeah.
Well, that fits.
So, I mean, he had fucking polio. Like, that's how old he is.
He had scrofula.
He's literally had polio.
So wait, so he is, let's see, 6, you said 42?
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
So he's 81.
He's 81.
Yeah.
So 81 years old. Look, there's a reason the retirement age is like 65, and I'm sure that it'll get later in life because people are living longer. That's natural. But there's a distribution requirement that you have to start taking money out at like 70 and a half years old. That is over a decade after this dude fucking just got on stage and was like,
just completely paused his whole brain. So it's crazy to me.
And these are people that are making decisions that last in perpetuity, bells that cannot be necessarily unrung.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up because like, I don't want this dude deciding the fate. I mean, like, look, if he really,
I don't want him deciding what fucking socks to put on in the morning because he clearly can't.
No, I'm sure that he has a nurse that probably puts socks on for him for real.
Seriously.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So let's get to fucking Stinko before I get the fuck out of here because we got to know what the final two is.
We do. All right. So.
And the chip is still not available yet. I keep looking. As soon as it's available, I'll fucking buy it.
I'm sure you will. All right. So our two contestants. So now we've gotten to the point where we have what we like to call regional champions.
Yeah.
The champions of music, TV, fads, and movies are in music, 6699. In TV, Honey Boo Boo. In fads, Google Glasses. And in movies, Movie 43. I thought for sure that one of these contests would have been less close than it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I was incorrect.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with music versus TV. So we've got Honey Boo Boo versus Tekashi 6699. So what is your initial thought around between the two and in terms of pure because this is where it gets hard. When you're doing music against music or TV against TV, blah, 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 it's easy because you're comparing two like mediums. So we're saying, hey, what's worse in the totality of things, Google Glasses or Movie 43, Honey Boo Boo or 6699. So in the Honey Boo Boo versus 6699, what was your feeling on this one?
Well, I mean, I feel like Honey Boo Boo's way worse.
Okay.
And the reason is the same reason I gave last time. Is like, yeah, he's annoying. Yeah, he's a snitch. Yeah, he's ridiculous. But he's made some fucking banger songs, whether the popular, very popular
Kevin
songs.
has already professed his love.
Not love, but I can tolerate. I'll tell you what, I can tolerate his music a lot more than I can tolerate watching a fucking season of Honey Boo Boo.
Fair enough.
So I don't think
you don't want to watch Southern Fats.
Definitely not.
What was it? Redneck
Eyes. Yes.
Ugh.
Redneck Eyes.
Oh man, I hope whoever in the room was.
I would much rather engage with
some music that at least has some good beats.
Yeah, and there's like titties and ass and Lamborghinis and shit in the videos.
Right.
I could fucking get down with that than fucking the fucking Southern Fats.
Fair enough.
As you
All
said.
right, so this one was a weird one because there were like blowout victories on some mediums. So the way that we do this, for a reminder, we do it based on the bracket votes. So if people have gone further, and we're going to post at the end of this episode the standings of our fans, so you guys know where you stand.
I do have breaking news.
What is it?
The one chip for 2023 is actually on sale.
Oh boy.
I have purchased it. It was $10. It has something that I have never heard of in it before.
What is it?
And I'm very scared. So the box is also in the shape of a coffin.
As per the usual. Is there another skeleton on the fucking front?
No, it is a venomous snake.
Awesome.
And apparently has Naga Viper peppers in it.
What?
Carolina Reaper and Naga Viper peppers. I have never heard of a Naga Viper pepper before.
Why don't we look at the
here's what the container looks like.
Okay.
NAGA. NAGA. And here's what
all right, here we go.
That's what the package that the chip comes in looks like.
It's red.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last one was red too.
Oh, mother of God.
Yeah. So yes, I have ordered this.
The Naga Viper pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So that the measurement of heat is the Scoville scale.
Yeah, Scoville
right?
scale. Yeah.
This has 1,382,118 Scoville units.
Sounds like great.
So, ghost peppers. Let's see. I'll do a ghost pepper comparison. Ghost pepper Scoville. Ghost pepper Scoville is about 1 million.
Okay.
So this is almost a third more than a third more hot than a ghost pepper.
Yeah, this sucks. All right. Anyway, it's been ordered. So
Carolina. So when we did the other one, okay. So this actually, you know what? This should make you feel better. You ready?
Yes.
The last one we ate had the Carolina Reaper.
Yes.
And it had the ghost pepper.
Yes.
Carolina Reaper has about 2.2 million.
Oh, so that's hotter.
So you're going to have a little bit less.
We'll see. I don't know. I never heard of it, and I don't like the picture of a poisonous snake on a fucking on the outside of the chip.
Nobody's
box.
saying it's great.
All right. So next podcast, I'm basically going to have to eat that chip when we start the podcast and do the rest of the podcast after consuming that chip.
It's awful.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, back to Honey Boo Boo in 669.
Who won?
So I said,
the fuck up.
All right. I'm getting it. Jesus. All right. So it was back and forth on the different mediums.
Right.
And the thing that got it closer than I thought that it should be was actually the brackets. Because a lot of people had one particular contestant going all the way to the end and actually winning. So with a vote of 54% to 46, Honey Boo Boo has beaten 6699.
Okay, so Honey Boo Boo's in the finals.
To your point, you were correct. Honey Boo Boo, worse.
All right, yeah.
All right, now, this one...
Totally subjective.
Again,
who knows?
Fucking
Google glasses
Hugh Jackman with a fucking balls chin. He had balls the comic hanging down.
That's what you should do.
What? I'm not doing.
Go out on stage with your flapping dicky, except this testicles.
What am I, fucking Carrot Top? I'm not doing props. If I can't do jokes, I will do nothing. All right. So we have Movie 43 versus Google Glasses. Now, this one was a blowout.
Okay.
And
it's got to be Movie 43.
You are correct.
Yeah, of course.
65% of the vote goes to Movie 43. So our final is Honey Boo Boo
versus Movie 43.
Versus Movie 43.
All right, so it's TV versus movies.
Which I don't know that has happened before.
What was last year? Was Leonard Part 6 versus
No. Leonard Part 6 versus
Hammer Pants?
Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli, yes. So music.
Music,
It's
yep.
mostly been music involved.
Yep.
Well, again, you're in the finals. I have to eat this dumb fucking snake chip.
Yeah, you have to eat the snake chip.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not really.
That's all right. It may kill me, but that's okay.
You're gonna be fine. It's one chip. What's it gonna do to you? It's a singular chip.
You were. Oh man.
I'm only. This bravado has everything to do with the fact that I don't have to eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh, you're gonna be fine, buddy. Don't worry about it.
I gotta figure out how to sneak. Like, I'm gonna fucking grind up fucking chip dust into your drink or somehow.
You're gonna actually accidentally sneeze it into my eyes. I'm gonna be like, ah!
Blow it like a fucking 90s wrestler into your eye.
Mr. Fuji.
Oh man, that would fucking suck. That'd be way worse than eating it.
So
getting your eyeballs, you go blind.
I think we've been doing a fairly good job, especially this episode, of giving context on things because not everybody watches wrestling. So it definitely feels racist. What it was primarily, almost I would say entirely, Asian managers and or wrestlers would have some kind of salt
or sand
in the pocket, and they go and blow it in your face.
Or it was some minority. It was like some African witch doctor.
Oh yeah. Papa Shango used to do that shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
Who also ended up being the Godfather with the hose train
again.
But
let's lean right in, fucking WWE.
They're like, what should we call these valets that are these young ladies? This young medical student that's
the train.
The hoe train.
On that note, I'm going to train my ass out of here.
So, okay, guys, thank you very much.
Check us out on Roku.
X Gon Give It To Ya.
Bring that shit in.